For many people over 40, the word Jurassic instantly brings memories of cinema seats shaking as a Rex roared in Jurassic Park. But the real Jurassic World, spanning from 201 to 145 million years ago, was even more dramatic than Hollywood could imagine. Towering forests, seas teeming with marine reptiles, and land ruled by dinosaurs that grew to the size of modern skyscrapers. This wasn't just an age of giants, it was a period of innovation, adaptation, and evolutionary experiments that built the backbone of the dinosaur dynasty. Fossils preserved from this time are keys to understanding not only dinosaurs themselves, but how life on Earth reorganized after the upheavals of the Triassic. In this journey, we're not visiting a theme park, we're stepping into the authentic Jurassic landscape. From the bone-rich Morrison Formation in North America to the deserts of China, we'll follow the trail of fossils that reveal hidden behaviors and ancient mysteries. This isn't science fiction. This is the authentic record of Earth's past, a journey into the Jurassic that no film can fully capture. The Jurassic period began after one of the planet's worst mass extinctions, the Triassic-Jurassic extinction event. Up to 75% of species vanished, clearing ecological space. Into this vacuum stepped the dinosaurs, freed from rivals. They expanded across supercontinent Pangaea. By the early Jurassic, sauropods were already evolving into colossal forms like Volcanodon. Carnivorous theropods grew sharper and faster. The land was lush, with cycads, conifers, and ferns dominating landscapes. As continents slowly drifted apart, new coastlines and inland seas provided fresh ecological opportunities. The Middle Jurassic saw even more innovation. In China, feathered dinosaurs like Anchiornis hinted at the first experiments with flight. In Africa, giant carnivores such as Megalosaurus terrorized plains. And in the seas, ichthyosaurs perfected their dolphin-like designs. By the late Jurassic, the stage was set for some of the most famous dinosaurs ever to walk the Earth. The Morrison Formation in the western United States became a fossil treasure chest, packed with skeletons of Stegosaurus, Allosaurus, Diplodocus, and Brachiosaurus. For paleontologists, it was like finding the blueprint of a lost empire carved into stone. No creatures symbolized the Jurassic more than the sauropods. With necks stretching over 30 feet and bodies weighing more than 70 tons, they were living skyscrapers. Species like Diplodocus grazed over vast floodplains, sweeping their long necks across forests like cranes in slow motion. Brachiosaurus stood even taller, front legs longer than hind legs, allowing it to browse at heights other herbivores could never reach. But sauropods weren't mindless eating machines. Bone beds show evidence of herding, with juveniles grouped together in the center for protection. Some scientists suggest they migrated seasonally, moving hundreds of miles in search of food and water. Their sheer size was a defense strategy few predators dared to challenge a full-grown sauropod. The Morrison Formation has given us some of the best sauropod skeletons ever found. In Colorado, entire quarry walls preserve multiple Apatosaurus necks and tails, tangled as if frozen mid-movement. Their bones tell us of rapid growth, supported by an efficient bird-like respiratory system that fueled their gigantic frames. For the Jurassic world, sauropods were not just animals, they were the living architecture of the landscape, shaping ecosystems as profoundly as elephants or whales do today. If sauropods were the skyscrapers, Stegosaurus was the armored tank of the Jurassic. Its double row of plates, rising like sails along its back, remains one of the most recognizable silhouettes in paleontology. Scientists debate their purpose. Were they for defense, temperature regulation, or colorful display to attract mates? The tail spikes, or thagomizer, were no mystery, they were weapons. Fossil evidence shows puncture wounds in Allosaurus bones that match the size and shape of these spikes, suggesting stegosaurs fought back with deadly precision. Camptosaurus and other ornithopods roamed alongside stegosaurs, feeding on low-lying plants. These medium-sized herbivores likely moved in herds, forming a buffer against predators. Their fossils, often found in groups, paint a picture of a landscape filled with different defensive strategies, armor, speed, size, and cooperation. For museum-goers in the mid-20th century, Stegosaurus became a symbol of the Jurassic. Its skeleton, proudly displayed in the Smithsonian and other institutions, cemented its image in the public imagination. Today, paleontologists continue to study growth rings and plate structures, searching for new answers about this spiky icon. Every kingdom has its predators, and in the Jurassic, Allosaurus ruled the land. Slightly smaller than T. Rex, but faster and more agile. Allosaurus had serrated teeth designed for slicing flesh and powerful arms with 3-fingered claws. Evidence suggests it hunted in groups, perhaps targeting juvenile sauropods or isolating weaker individuals from herds. Fossil evidence supports this. At the Cleveland Lloyd Quarry in Utah, paleontologists uncovered a mass grave containing dozens of Allosaurus skeletons. Was this a predator trap or evidence of social hunting? The debate continues. Other predators added variety. Ceratosaurus, with its horned snout, prowled wetlands. Torvosaurus, one of the largest Jurassic theropods, reached lengths of 35 feet. Even smaller carnivores like Ornitholistes filled niches, snapping up lizards and mammals. These predators were not unstoppable. Many Allosaurus fossils show broken ribs, healed bites, and injuries from battles with prey. The ecosystem was a constant arms race. Herbivores developed armor and herding, while predators evolved sharper teeth and hunting strategies. For Jurassic ecosystems, balance was everything. Predators maintained herd health, while herbivores shaped the vegetation. This dynamic, preserved in fossil beds, offers us a vivid picture of life in motion 150 million years ago. While dinosaurs dominated the land, the seas belonged to other giants. Ichthyosaurs, shaped like dolphins, were swift predators, their eyes among the largest of any vertebrate. They hunted fish and squid in oceans that covered much of Europe. Plesiosaurs, with long necks and paddle-like flippers, cruised slowly but could lunge quickly to snatch prey. Some, like Kronosaurus, developed massive jaws and hunted like aquatic tyrants. Though not dinosaurs, these reptiles were critical parts of the Jurassic world. Fossil evidence from Europe's Solnhofen limestone preserves exquisite details, ichthyosaur embryos still inside mothers, proving live birth, and plesiosaur stomach contents revealing their diets. These snapshots make the seas come alive, showing not just skeletons, but entire life stories. For audiences raised on books and films, these marine reptiles were often confused with dinosaurs, but their parallel dominance illustrates how life branched into specialized kingdoms. The Jurassic wasn't just about land, it was about entire ecosystems, from soaring pterosaurs to swimming leviathans. Above the forests and seas, another group ruled the skies, pterosaurs. These winged reptiles, the first vertebrates to achieve powered flight, ranged from sparrow-sized to the enormous pterodactylus. Their hollow bones and membranous wings gave them agility. Jurassic pterosaurs, like Rhamphorhynchus, had long tails with diamond-shaped tips, possibly for steering. Fossils from Solnhofen preserve impressions of wing membranes, even showing fine details of muscle fibers. Some specimens preserve throat pouches, hinting at feeding behaviors similar to pelicans. Debates rage about their lifestyles. Were they fish hunters, insect eaters, or scavengers? The variety of skull shapes suggests they occupied all these roles. Some had crests, possibly used for display or mate attraction. The importance of pterosaurs lies not just in their flight, but in their influence on ecosystems. They linked land and sea, moving nutrients as they fed and traveled. In many ways, they were the Jurassic equivalent of seabirds today. For Victorian-era fossil hunters, discovering pterosaurs was shocking. They seemed like dragons brought to life. For modern audiences, they remain iconic, often conflated with dinosaurs, but standing as rulers of their own aerial kingdom. Few places capture the Jurassic like the Morrison Formation of the western United States, stretching across Colorado, Utah, and Wyoming. It preserves one of the richest dinosaur assemblages in the world. Bone beds contain skeletons of Stegosaurus, Allosaurus, and countless sauropods. The Carnegie Quarry at Dinosaur National Monument famously displays a cliff face with dozens of fossils still embedded, as if time paused mid-migration. Fossilized trees stand upright, showing the lush forests that fed sauropods. Footprints in mud capture herds walking side by side. For American paleontology, the Morrison was a proving ground. Marsh and Cope, the Bone Wars rivals, uncovered many of their most famous finds here. Later expeditions filled museums with skeletons that inspired generations. Even today, new digs continue to reveal species, showing the Morrison's importance is far from exhausted. For anyone visiting these fossil sites, it feels like stepping directly into the Jurassic, walking through the lost world that shaped our understanding of dinosaurs. The Jurassic didn't just leave fossils, it left a legacy in human imagination. From the first descriptions of Megalosaurus in the 19th century, to Sinclair Oil's green dinosaur mascot, to Spielberg's Jurassic Park, these creatures became cultural icons. For viewers now over 40, the release of Jurassic Park in 1983 was a landmark. It wasn't just entertainment, it redefined how dinosaurs were imagined: fast, intelligent, and bird-like, not sluggish lizards. That shift echoed the scientific dinosaur renaissance, when paleontologists like John Ostrom argued for active, warm-blooded dinosaurs. Museums capitalized on the fascination. Skeletons of Apatosaurus, Stegosaurus, and Allosaurus became centerpieces in natural history halls. Jurassic dinosaurs continue to inspire books, documentaries, and art. They are symbols of deep time, extinction, and resilience. Their legacy isn't just science, it's nostalgia, culture, and identity. Our journey through the Jurassic reveals a world of giants, predators, flyers, and swimmers. It was a time when ecosystems flourished, dinosaurs diversified, and the foundations of modern life were laid.